of San Antonio, the Archdiocese of San Antonio. He was saying there were about 46 migrants dead in San Antonio. Our prayers raised up to you, O Lord, for their souls. Lord, have mercy on them. Of course, these numbers keep changing. In fact, ECs, we did have a public information officer with San Antonio Police come and talk to us in terms of the media on this side. See, you can see right here live, there was another San Antonio Fire ambulance leaving. Now, I mean, I would say that's probably about 7 or 8 that have left the scene, and that's what we've been seeing on the side that I'm at, just constantly going in and out. But I was saying, though, in terms of the public information officer from San Antonio Police, he was saying that they're going to hold off on giving us numbers. Obviously, as we've reported from 2 sources, as you mentioned, EC's 40 dead is what we're learning from inside that trailer. But he had mentioned that they're waiting on HSI to arrive, which, as you mentioned, to arrive on scene. We know that Chief McManus is here. The San Antonio Fire Chief Charles Hood is here as well on scene. A lot of things are changing, and that's what was mentioned to us. There are so many moving parts right now, and that's why we're probably hoping to get an update. They were saying maybe in the next 30 minutes or so, but that was at least a guesstimate from them in terms of when we could be receiving that briefing. I've also been in contact with Catholic Charities of San Antonio. We know that they provide a lot of assistance to people. In fact, their CEO, Antonio, should be arriving here shortly. I'm going to get context from him, what he's seen. They were telling me that they were gathering a lot of information as well, but very much a fluid situation. But again, from my vantage point, it's a little bit difficult to see, but just San Antonio police officers. And again, a lot of vehicles. I don't know where these vehicles are coming from. From what I can tell you, though, from where this trailer looks like, it's hard to see because if you want to walk back that way, Arissa, I'm having trouble here. I may be stuck here along the, I'm going to walk with her. But it looks like that, see, it looks like the road, there's a downslope, so it's hard for me to see from this hill that I'm at, but you can see some of the flashing lights there. That is where the trailer is to believe down that hill, so it's a little bit difficult to see as of right now. But ECs, that is from what I can tell you from my side. And actually, just arriving here on scene, I'm going to see if I can get his attention real quick, is Antonio from Catholic Charities, if we do have that time. How are you, Antonio? We're live on the air right now, Henry. Good to see you. If we can come out this way to get out of the road, I want to be safe here. Let's park along the side here. This is live TV, so we're gonna make do with what we can here. I appreciate you, first of all, arriving here. Irissa, let's get you further in. I just want to be safe here. First of all, for our viewers at home, can you introduce yourself? That way they know who they're looking at right now.
Antonio Fernandez, the president of Catholic Charities here in San Antonio.
You just arrived. What can you tell us? What insight can you give us? What information have you been able to gather?
So the city of San Antonio called Catholic Charities before just to let us know that this had happened. They didn't have a lot of information at the time, so we're just trying to collect as much information as possible and see how we can help the people who survive. I mean, we know that a lot of people have been taken to the hospitals, so I'm not really sure if those people are going to need a place to sleep tonight or what is going to happen. So we're just trying to find out as much information so we can help them.
Yeah, is there any kind of information that you're learning from law enforcement right now in terms of what we're dealing with? I mean, we're hearing, at least from 2 different sources, at least 40 dead, which is just heartbreaking to even wrap our head around that. What are you hearing?
Yeah, same thing. It was 20 and then it was 40, so I really don't know the numbers, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're just going to try to help as many people as possible. So we're here to support the city of San Antonio and to pray for these people. Yeah.
Antonio, I think, too, as we start to see the numbers are changing, we start to hear these things. When we're talking about human life here, I mean, can you kind of give us that reaction to it? Because it is difficult to make out when we hear that many people inside an 18-wheeler trailer.
So maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I remember we were involved in something like this where 16 or 18 people passed as well from the trailer. So this is not new to San Antonio. This is not new for the people coming through the border. So at the end of the day, it's like, my question is like, what can we do to avoid this happening again? And I don't know if that's possible or not, but at the end of the day, like people are coming through the border and it's what it is, and you don't want this to happen to anyone. I mean, I don't know if there are children involved or there are parents involved, but they are human beings, and we need to pray for them and we need to help them as much as possible.
With that said, you're mentioning in terms of helping other people, in terms of shelter, things like that. What assistance, and do you need help? A call to action, as I mean, people are watching right now. Or do you need any type of assistance or help from people?
So right now we have 8 people in standby to help people who may need help. So most likely we'll be going to the hospitals later and see if there's anyone that we need to help, and if they need a hotel room for the night, or food or clothing, whatever they need, Catholic Church will be there for them. So again, right now we're just waiting for the police to also let us know exactly what we can do.
Thank you, Antonio. I appreciate your time, sir. Thank you so much. I mean, you heard it there. He just arrived on scene. I really appreciate that. But just to give you more context, ECs, of course, we're going to remain here as long as it takes to get you the latest information. I'll go ahead and send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Henry. And as Henry mentioned, that number does indeed keep changing. We have heard multiple numbers throughout the evening tonight, but we can confirm from multiple sources that that number is at least 40 people as of now. And of course, we are working to learn more and get more information on this major breaking news story. We will bring you those updates both online and on KENS 5 News at 10.